Hello, I'm Dr. Sophie Miller, and today I'm going to reveal something that can completely change the way you take care of your memory after 60. Did you know there's a single food, a Brazilian seed forgotten on the supermarket shelf, that can be the difference between preserving your memory or losing it little by little? And no, I'm not talking about any imported medication or expensive supplement. I'm talking about the Brazil nut, that treasure from the Amazon rainforest that carries one of the most powerful minerals for your brain, selenium. If you're over 60 and find yourself forgetting names, losing the thread of conversations, or feeling that mental fog that just won't go away, you need to understand what's happening inside your brain at this very moment. Because what I'm going to tell you today can literally save your memory and your quality of life in the coming years. Stay with me until the end because I'm going to show you exactly how to consume this food correctly to get maximum benefit. And I'm also going to tell you the moving story of a patient of mine who recovered mental clarity in just 3 weeks. As the years go by, especially after 60, our brain suffers a silent attack that most people don't notice until it's too late. This attack is called oxidative stress. It's as if the nerve cells in your brain start to rust from the inside. Can you imagine that? Free radicals, those unstable molecules wandering through the organism, begin to damage neurons, destroy synapses, those fundamental connections between brain cells, and pave the way for devastating diseases like Alzheimer's and vascular dementia. And do you know what fights this process naturally and powerfully? Selenium. This antioxidant mineral is so essential for the brain that its deficiency has been associated with accelerated cognitive decline in numerous scientific studies published in the world's leading medical journals. The big problem is that many older adults have selenium deficiency without even knowing it, and then memory slips away slowly, like sand sliding through fingers. Have you ever stopped to think whether this essential nutrient might be missing in your body? Because the signs are subtle at first, but they get worse over time. Let me tell you the story of Mrs. Helena, a patient who deeply touched me. At 67 years old, Helena came to my office extremely worried. She had always been an active woman, a church choir coordinator, full of energy and vitality. But suddenly she started forgetting lyrics to songs she'd been singing for decades. Imagine her frustration, trying to pull from memory those songs she'd always known by heart. She confused rehearsal times, repeated the same questions to family members, and felt a constant mental exhaustion that left her devastated. When I ordered detailed tests, we discovered something surprising. Her selenium levels were extremely low, well below ideal. And look, Helena ate well, had balanced meals, but avoided nuts because she was afraid of gaining weight. She had no idea she was depriving her brain of a nutrient absolutely essential for cognitive functioning. We talked at length during that appointment. I explained to her that just one Brazil nut a day, just one single nut, was enough to provide more than 150% of the daily selenium requirement. Can you believe it? A small nut that fits in the palm of your hand with so much power. Helena agreed to try, though initially skeptical. In just 3 weeks, she returned to the office with her eyes shining in a way I hadn't seen in the first appointment. She told me, with emotion, "Doctor, the fog disappeared. I'm remembering song lyrics, appointments, people's names. Even my husband noticed the difference and commented that I'm back to who I was." The new tests confirmed what was already visible in her expression. Selenium levels had completely normalized. It was a beautiful transformation to witness. But you must be wondering, how exactly does the Brazil nut protect the brain so powerfully? I'll explain it simply. The selenium present in this Amazonian seed activates extremely potent antioxidant enzymes, especially one called glutathione peroxidase. This enzyme literally sweeps free radicals from brain cells, doing a deep cleaning. This preserves the structure of neurons, keeps synaptic connections working perfectly, and ensures that information continues flowing in your brain as it should. In addition to that, selenium has a powerful anti-inflammatory action in the nervous system. It reduces that chronic neuroinflammation, that low-grade inflammation you don't even notice, but that's there, silent, accelerating brain aging and opening the doors to dementia. Recent studies published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease and the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show impressive data. People with adequate selenium levels in their bodies have better short-term memory, lower risk of developing Alzheimer's, greater mental processing speed, and significant protection against age-related cognitive decline. And you know what's most incredible about this discovery? Researchers found that adequate selenium supplementation can even reverse some cognitive damage in early stages. That's right, reverse. It's not just preventing, it's also recovering brain function that was already compromised. Are you already doing something to protect your memory, or are you waiting for symptoms to appear? Now pay close attention to this point because it's fundamental. Not all nuts have this protective power. Peanuts, almost no selenium. Walnuts, a minimal amount, insufficient. Almonds, they don't come close either. The Brazil nut is absolutely unique in this aspect. A single nut contains between 70 and 90 micrograms of selenium, more than any other food found in nature. It's as if the Amazon had created the perfect multivitamin for the brain, a gift from our own land. But here's an important warning you cannot ignore. More is not better when it comes to selenium. Excess of this mineral can be toxic to the body and cause serious problems. That's why the medical recommendation is very clear: 1 to 2 nuts per day, no more than that. This amount is perfectly sufficient to protect your mind without overloading the organism. It's a perfect balance that nature offers us. How should you consume the Brazil nut to get maximum benefit? Ideally, eat the nut in the morning at breakfast. You can crush it and mix it in a smoothie with fruits. You can chop it over natural yogurt or a fruit salad, or you can eat it plain, chewing well to release all the nutrients. The important thing is to create this daily habit, transform it into a self-care ritual. And one more thing, avoid rancid nuts or those with a bitter taste, because they lose nutritional value and can even form harmful toxins. Always prefer fresh nuts with light brown shells and a mild aroma. And if you already have frequent memory lapses, already feel that memory isn't what it used to be, I have good news. It's not too late. The human brain has an incredible capacity to regenerate when it receives the right nutrients at the right time. I've seen patients in their 70s, 75, even 80 years old recover impressive mental clarity after correcting selenium deficiency. Mrs. Helena today, at 69, returned to coordinating her church choir. She not only remembers all the lyrics but is rehearsing new songs, learning different repertoire. She told me something that deeply moved me. Doctor, I had resigned myself that it was just aging, that there was no solution, that it was just the way it is. Now, I know I just needed to feed my brain right, give it what it needed. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you now. The Brazil nut is not a miracle cure. It won't single-handedly prevent genetic Alzheimer's or reverse advanced dementia. But as a prevention and brain protection strategy, it's one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal. And best of all, it's available at any supermarket at an affordable price. While many people chase expensive and complex treatments, imported supplements that cost a fortune, the answer is right here, in our own land, a gift from the Amazon rainforest that literally fits in the palm of your hand. Based on rigorous scientific studies published in leading international medical journals, incorporating adequate selenium in the diet through Brazil nuts can reduce the risk of accelerated cognitive decline by up to 40%. 40%. Can you imagine the impact of that on your quality of life? Imagine reaching 80, 90 years old with a clear mind, remembering your grandchildren's names, telling stories from the past, maintaining your independence and dignity. That's priceless. So, if you really want to protect your memory, your autonomy, and your quality of life in the coming years, start tomorrow. One Brazil nut when you wake up. Small in size, giant in the protection it offers. Your mind deserves this care. Your future deserves this investment. And the difference between aging with mental clarity or plunging into confusion can be in simple gestures like this one I'm teaching you today. Don't wait for symptoms to scream louder. Don't wait to forget your child's name or get lost going home. Protect your brain now, with science, with nature, with the wisdom that's already within our reach, available and accessible. Prevention is always much more effective and much less painful than treatment after the damage is already done. Are you already doing this? Are you already taking care of your brain health with the same dedication you care for your blood pressure or cholesterol? And before I finish, I want to invite you. Leave a comment below telling me if you already knew about this power of the Brazil nut, if you already consume it regularly, or if you're going to start after this video. Share this content with that person you love who needs this information. It could be your father, your mother, your grandparents, that dear uncle or aunt. This information needs to reach those who need it most. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now and hit the notification bell because I'm going to continue bringing content like this based on science with practical guidance you can apply in your life today. Stay with me in the next videos because I'm going to show you other foods that, combined with Brazil nuts, form a true protective shield against brain aging. Let's build together a complete natural neuroprotection strategy. Your memory is precious, your life story is precious, and you deserve to live each coming year with lucidity, autonomy, and dignity. A warm hug, and see you in the next video.